Oh, your wisdom?
You can drum if you want.
Yay!
The earthquake's over!
Hi. Welcome back to Chronicle.
See YouTube, we promised.
Has everyone got their mics on?
Yeah.
I never took it off.
Alrighty then.
I never took mine off.
Dedication. That's loyal.
That's
Yeah.
my secret. I
Loyal.
never
Loyal to
turned
the
mine
stream.
on.
These hoes ain't no
Last
more.
time,
Mic'd up.
the party fought a horrific beast and got some cool shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Got cool shit for Relic, and now they find themselves in a cave.
Stern.
Stone.
Still floating around your head.
Oh, what's going on?
Catch it and I try to like make it move the other way. Ding.
Roll grapple. Roll to
What?
grab it. Roll to grab it.
Oh, and I don't want to grab it. I just want to like ding.
Roll to grab it.
Oh, okay.
Rolled it.
You are grabbing
You
it.
have to roll to hit.
Does it?
Roll to hit or roll to
if you
grapple?
lose
I guess
it,
it's the same
you
thing.
instantly
Same
lose
thing.
the-
With strength?
the buff to your
I'm
intelligence.
good, thanks.
I think so.
I don't.
Unless you have
Don't give that to me. I don't need it.
Lucky?
But you
With
want
strength?
it.
I don't need it.
I'm rest of
Can you
strength.
put it somewhere more helpful? Thank you.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah. Bozo.
Boy.
No. You try to grab it. Like it seems like almost died out of the way.
Whoa.
If you start throwing it around, Ben's gonna think you're playing fetch. And just chase after the ball.
No!
Ben's just running in circles around the room.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Stop playing with the mango salsa.
Scared the shit out of me, James.
Do you I don't know what to say. Like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Does it feel weird floating around your head? Do you have like your own gravitational pull or something now?
Whoa.
Not exactly.
No. Okay. I'm just gonna circle it.
Ben's
Okay.
doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like a cat to a laser pointer.
It's just like gently kind of bobbing, almost kind of rotating around. They're still blue and white.
Cool.
And you said I feel like a little, like...
Feel smarter.
I feel smarter.
What's 7 times 7?
You see Flo crying in the corner.
I wanted the toy.
Where is my toy, DM?
And that's one of the sometimes
Father,
seven.
where's my
Close.
stone?
That's 6 times 7.
Daddy, I want the stone.
Whoa, the stone's working already. How does it feel like being smarter? What does it feel like?
Yeah, what does
How
it
do you
feel?
know that you're smarter?
I don't know, you just feel...
Start feeling more
I don't know,
self-conscious.
it's like how you, like, it's sort of like, it's like that moment of realization where you just kind of realize that you're a big boy now.
You're self-aware.
Yeah, you become more self-aware.
I'm big kid
Like, I don't know. I don't know. Do you guys ever like have a memory where it's like I'm an adult now? I'm not like a 16-year-old. I am an adult
No.
now.
Say how you said it before. I'm still a kid.
I'm a big boy.
So say if you had like a 6 for intelligence, like you got really unlucky with your intelligence rolls. What if you got an item that buffed your intelligence to 15? What would happen?
Yeah,
Like your mind implode. Do you go from being like an NPC to
Look.
like being a sentient like
I imagine.
academic god?
I imagine that
finally
things just.
understand mirrors.
I think it just becomes easier for you to piece stuff together. Like you kind of realize it's not like a feeling as much. It's just like things begin to make like more sense. Your kind of problem solving becomes better.
I would say, like, in character with all, and I was just previously stressed about what I was going to do with the Festival of the Eclipse, and, like, now I feel like, yeah, it's probably the best idea to try and head to the crossroads as soon as possible and warn people and...
Maybe it helps your confidence a bit. You feel like it's
Yeah.
easier for you to understand
What's wrong with
going on.
the Festival of the Eclipse?
Oh,
We didn't hear the conversation.
The documents that Flo gave me to read.
Ah.
There's some mention of some kind of Operation Starfall, Sunfall, and
Yeah, I heard that.
it's
Yeah.
in a few weeks, and the festival that I'm heading to is also in a few weeks. So if you kind of connect the two together, the sun, the eclipse, it kind of gets.
Operation Starfall?
Operation.
Oh, fuck, that's where I got the idea from. Piss.
I rolled a nat 1 -1 for my intelligence check to understand, so it's a 0. So I'm just like, yeah, and
He's just like Jack Sparrow.
The sun
Huh?
is a part of the festival of the eclipse.
but you're but the sun, but like,
Yes.
oh yeah, because the sun goes behind the moon, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or the other way around.
it
Wait, is the
depends.
moon in front or is the sun in front?
The sun's in front.
But then when the moon
Ricochet
is
is
blind.
wrong.
Ricochet would like to roll a.
Oh no, wait, no.
performance check.
No, then it would
Ricochet
be...
may roll a deception.
A
check.
deception check works fine.
Oh no, but if
Ricochet
the sun
is
was in
actively
front, then you'd be
tricking.
blinded and it'd be daytime, wouldn't it? Ah.
Yeah, it would be daytime if the sun.
20.
You believe Ricochet. The sun is in front.
Is it?
Listen, you don't.
No.
Have you not seen the size of the moon in French?
Zeph,
In French.
Zeph, you believe Ricochet? You think the sun goes in front of you?
The moon is massive, silly boy.
Lynn dies on the spot.
Bleeding from the nose a bit as you're like, "Ugh."
I mean,
Lynn
I-
lives.
I
Never
mean,
seen again.
but they say he sounds very convincing when he says it though.
I
Ricochet
do
know
not
many
think that
things.
is how
You
it
can
works.
sound convincing and still be wrong.
I'm gonna say
Intelligence
Zeph
is
knows
the
that
wolf
Ricochet is lying in
three.
this situation because it's not like it's just because it's like Zeph's intelligence is -1. It's the only reason why that you think that. Everyone else gets it.
Ricochet's intelligence is also -1.
Ricochet believes his own word.
Ricochet knows Ricochet is lying.
Okay, good.
But-
So everyone but Zeph knows that the sun does not go in front during the eclipse.
I'll think in my head to a random voice, like, is what he's saying true?
The beholder is like, no! The moon in front, you idiot!
The spectators aren't that smart. You
The
hear
sun-
you hear your father's voice going, "What do you think, moron?" What do you think?
Your dad's a bitch.
It wasn't very specific, to be
Killed his
fair.
dad.
You know what, Ricochet? I will see it to believe it. How about that? Right? That's a good middle. That's a good middle point.
Yeah, we will see it in 2 weeks, hopefully, and everything will be fine if we head over there.
So this Operation like Sunfall thing is gonna like happen at the festival and maybe like.
That's what I can assume.
Okay.
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad. You're my dad. Boogie woogie woogie.
Hello.
Wait. Was
Hello.
nice. Was
What's
there
just
anything
gonna
else in those documents? Like, didn't say something about like a prison,
What?
like a cell or something?
No.
Yes, it did.
Yes,
No, it
yep,
did.
yep.
Did
The
it?
third
That was
document.
us.
The
That's
third
us.
document.
That's
Who's got the
us.
documents? Who's got the
That's us.
documents?
We all do.
Ricochet says,
No, but like, who has the physical papers?
I have
Was
the
us.
papers.
May I?
I have the card.
I can't talk. I'm still.
I have the
That's
card.
not fatty. I have the card. Fine.
That was
Hey, Flo,
the
Flo.
literature.
What does it? What does it say about the cell or something?
It says that the remaining subjects, what remains of the researchers, should attempt to make sure that the remaining subjects, I assume that is us, do not escape from this cell.
I would assume that the researchers are the nothings that we found.
I would assume so also.
Remains of them.
So like, didn't someone actually say to like in game that what Nothics are?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why.
All right. Oh,
Ricochet.
Ricochet. Wait. So. Oh, so those things were like in on this whole play
As
as
you're
well.
speaking, just incessant babbling fills your mind. Just like this kind of.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's not like a coherent sentence. There's like portions that kind of make sense, portions that don't. It's insane though, like more insane than you are. Like incessant, constant, just babbling. It's
That's
like
sad stuff.
background noise that is so hard to block out from the rest of the conversation.
Zeph? Zeph?
As Ricochet snaps, they kind of quiet down a bit.
Yeah, Ricochet.
You just look distant.
Ah,
As distant as
The
the moon
nose-
is to the sun.
well, like that nosebleed gave me a massive headache. So if you wouldn't mind, I would love to clear it with a nice bottle of rum shared between the rest of us.
I'm gonna pass through
What
a
do you-
flask. Do you want some rum?
Oh my god, you drink! Oh, of course you
I
drink
am
rum!
Suddenly you like drinking.
I'm a pirate, you fucking idiot.
It would be alright.
I don't think that's a smart idea. I'm just gonna put
Just a-
my...
Just a sip! Just a sip! Come on!
No, you look a little bit unhinged now.
Yeah!
Oh, now.
I would.
I'm trying to be nice.
That's what the orb did. You quipped.
It's not.
I heard
it's
that.
Just been
I wasn't being quiet.
Hey! Okay, fine, I'll pay for a
Look.
bottle.
Look, I make a deal with you.
Eh?
If we get everything done here,
Yeah.
and we, successfully get ourselves out from here to the captain, share what we have heard,
Mm.
then you can have some of my rum. I promise it's very good rum.
Equache? It's a good deal.
It's a deal. Alright, it's a deal.
Shake. Class
shake it.
hands.
Tomatoes.
Typical bro shake.
Yeah, bro, shake. Bruh.
My G.
Crochet.
I like this one.
I
Yes.
presume you are not a connoisseur of beverage, but perhaps you're looking to get drunk.
More or less, yes.
I would like to cast Fey Presence and try to charm Zeph.
Huh?
Would you make the saving throw against it,
Yeah.
not knowing what it is?
We just got somewhere.
Equache will get you fucked up.
We will never get anywhere.
I will choose to fail it.
What do you? So, read to me exactly what Fey Presence does with the charming. Is it like?
Once per short rest as an action, you can cause a creature in a 10-foot cube to make a wisdom saving throw DC 13 or become charmed or frightened by your choice. So what's the charmed thing do?
Charm. Give me a second. A charmed creature can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects. The charmer has advantage on any ability checks to interact socially with the creature.
Equache says you are fucked up.
It does not work.
I want to trick him into it. I want to make him feel good.
That's not how deception works.
Equache
That's
thinks you are
fucked up, dude.
fucked
I don't-
up.
I believe that our spells you can do that will do that, like command, but I don't think that the Fey Presence
Ricochet.
does that. I think that makes people more likely to like you.
Yeah, I just want him
So
to.
I just feel a bit more like warm-hearted towards
You,
Equache.
yeah, you feel like Equache has your best interests at heart.
I want to try and convince you that you're drunk.
I don't think that works. How do you you can say to someone that they're drunk, but typically someone who's sober knows that they're sober. They don't go, "Oh, I'm drunk right now."
Equache.
Like even when
Someone.
charmed,
Can I
You
roll
deceive
at
someone.
least?
you can roll. It just like won't do
High
much.
DC. You got to get it
Like it'd be like a DC 30.
30.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll get a nat 20.
that doesn't instantly mean success.
Okay, fine. I won't roll.
You can roll.
I don't want to roll anymore. You
No.
made it sad.
you made it cringe.
You can't do it.
Cringe.
It's good.
Whoa.
I'll be cringe when I kill you with a dragon.
Do it, bitch. Equache thinks that you do not want to be drunk and you're a fucking
Me and
idiot.
the dragon fighting.
Okay. So
Boss fight.
do I have to?
No, Equache thought that charming you would work. Equache is trying to make you feel better. and
I
trying
mean,
to
I
make you
feel. I mean, looking
You
at.
feel more inclined towards Equache.
I mean, looking at you, it's a bit more like, yeah, this guy's alright. You know what I mean? Like, but
Equache is
I don't.
alright. It is working.
I mean, I don't feel any. You know what? How about we go get drunk at the tavern once we've talked to the captain and everything else in between?
We're going.
Fine.
And I start to walk out.
To the
Can't you do you have prestidigitation?
No.
Oh, okay.
I got mold earth.
Rock.
I was gonna say you make the world around him look wavy and
oh.
wiggly.
I'll take all those scimitars.
All of them?
If I can as much as I can carry.
You can take 6 scimitars.
Oh, did I have 2 each?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, shit, I'll take all of them, yeah.
What the fuck?
Sell these, baby, for profit. I'll kind of like tie them up into like, kind of like with my rope and like, and just kind of like,
I would have searched for the
profit
cost of
you.
scimitars.
hey, you see this? Like a shit, like a wind chime of like scimitars. Like this, guys.
Why
is
are
profit.
you holding
Holy
blades so
shit.
close to your face?
That's decent. You've got.
This is profit.
Zeph, you do not need profit. Profit is
You
silly.
have 90 gold pieces
Profit.
worth of scimitars. Because like to buy one it costs 25 gold pieces. So if someone wants to buy it off you, they'll buy it for slightly less. So I put it at 15 gold pieces. And that's still 90 gold pieces worth of fucking swords.
Equache.
Okay, custom item.
Zeph. Zeph, Equache thinks we don't need them. Profit is silly.
Nah. And walk out with my scimitars.
Ricochet really thinks you don't
You need to
that.
roll a saving throw because you're charmed by a Ricochet currently. See, you can't make you drunk. However, you have an advantage on
How long does this thing last
a
for?
minute.
Yeah.
You have advantage on your persuasion check to get Zeph to put it down again.
What do I roll against his persuasion? I guess I can't. Can I? Don't
I
know.
mean, you can. I'm just not sure what it would be.
You tell me. You're the DM.
Intelligence save?
Oh my god.
I was there. You're gonna die.
You know what this calls for?
I was there.
19.
No scimitars for you.
You have to roll a 20 to win.
I have to roll a nat 20. God.
I believe in you.
For your 90 gold
Ricochet
pieces.
thinks profit is silly.
You don't want me to get 90 gold?
Roll the dice.
0!
Yeah, profit is silly. I don't know. You're really concerned about these material things when really should
I'm
fix them.
assuming when Ricochet cast, you weren't. Like,
You guys-
They weren't disguising that they cast it, correct?
Well, the fake presence is kind of like something. So like,
I don't know if it. I just don't know if it has like a verbal component.
It doesn't have
to
really
it.
a verbal. It's kind of like an ability. It's like a smite or something. I'm trying to think of like a way that it
Okay.
would look.
Would
I
we be
imagine
ab- would
maybe
we-
like emerging out of a flower or something.
I was thinking just like vague, like you know when you see a mirage and there's like a whoop 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 whoop.
So kind of coming off you, kind of this aura of like nature and stuff like that.
No, like a
Rave music
mirage.
starts
Your
playing.
power comes from the nature goddess.
It's just a mirage.
So you
just fight aggressively? Not like fully, just like it's not like that big. It's not like
It's
a huge
like,
flowers everywhere.
When you're in an oasis and then you kind of think you see something, and then it's like a little bit wobbly.
Yeah,
So-
you know that like
okay.
wobbly
Like
effect.
heat waves on a road.
Yeah,
So
like heat waves on a road is
Around you
better.
like heat waves.
Yeah.
So I guess you kind of watch as the area and they kind of come blurry for a bit.
Could we tell that?
Ricochet wasn't hiding it, if that's
Zeph-
helpful.
Could we tell that Zeph was affected by it at least?
What's your passive insight?
14.
I'd say you can tell. Zeph seems kind of calmer, almost.
Well, does anybody want these? These scimitars worth, I don't know, about like 80, 90 gold?
I would
No?
like to leave and go to the captain.
Okay, I guess no one? Alright.
I'll take the scimitars.
Oh, alright, there you go. Enjoy.
Ricochet, I don't think that was a very good idea.
We could arm a militia. We don't need profit.
I'm right behind you, Lounge.
Question.
What?
Oh, I know what a first level charm effect. When the charm effect ends, the creature knows they were charmed. Does it include that in this? Doesn't mention it.
Doesn't specify.
Oh, that's busted. That's really good.
That is good.
It's a charm effect that don't know afterwards.
See, I have resistance against being charmed.
You do.
Because you're an elf.
Because
Yes.
I'm a half elf. But I'm a wolf, so I can't do
No.
anything.
Oh, you keep. What? Actually, I don't know.
Well, look,
No,
yeah, but
I'm,
you're not being
I'm
charmed.
feral, and I would not consider.
I'm a
picking
feral.
up-
I'm a feral dog.
Alright.
Yes.
Cool.
I'll follow behind
But
him.
just for
I'm
future
leaving.
reference, I cannot be charmed by your fey presence.
With
No,
Zeph
you
behind
just
me
got
apparently.
advantage.
Advantage on it.
Ah,
Just
true.
also
Well,
looking
I won't be
out
charmed.
in case I hear any other people out.
Ecrochet has no
Looking
effect
at
on
us
me.
with
Cool. Give me a perception check.
Thank
Ooh.
you.
Oh, are we leaving?
I'm going.
Okay, I'm gonna follow
I was
after
telling
Lynn.
Zeph that I was going and Zeph's behind me, so.
Okay,
Mhm.
excellent.
I will
We're all
follow
leaving.
also. I want to follow.
I don't think Ven has said a single word this session.
He just barked.
Yeah, you just turn into
You
a
just
wolf and egg
pissed
on
on
grr.
everything.
Yeah, I turned into a wolf and pissed on a bunch of things.
That's a
Literally just pissed
14.
on
I haven't-
but have a passive
How long has
perception
passed
15,
since-
so,
Okay.
Since the battle,
Couple minutes, probably.
would you say? Like, how long has passed since the battle?
10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Chilling. Probably got about half an hour left on my wild shape. I'm gonna run it till the end.
Alright. So you make your way out. Kind of, you don't really hear anything else in here. You kind of make your way back through the supply room. And you kind of make your way back up. You kind of jump over the little gap that's been made by the pit traps about.
Okay.
And you kind of, you know, outside it's quite mild, a little bit of wind, but clear skies. And it's a pretty smooth walk back to town.
Awesome. Well, let's head back as soon as possible. Warn people about the starfall thing. Sunfall.
Sunfall.
Skyfall?
James Bond.
Let's
Adele?
hustle the Vista right out of here.
Hasta la
On the-
vista.
On our way back, can I walk up to Ricochet in a line? Do you mind if I ask you a question?
You may ask me 3 questions.
I will use them wisely. Why did you feel it necessary to cast whatever it is that you did onto Zeph?
I was trying to get Zeph drunk. Zeph wanted to be drunk. That's as simple as that.
Quick question: is everything that someone wants a good thing?
Yes.
I get question.
Why do you say that?
Do you think that you know better than someone in a situation like that is forceful of your own ideology? And if you wish to be, so be it. But that is an active frame of mind of your own want on that situation in a way that is just another expression of want rather than a expression of goodwill or something such as that.
It's gone so real.
After
Well,
What the fuck?
after you told Zeph to not pick up the
well,
thing.
Exactly. It's not because I did it for Zeph's
personally,
good. I did
I
it
would
for
find it hypocritical of you to say that because you are the one who forced your will onto Zeph, no? By
No,
charming him.
No, but it's not. It was not in the mind of being good for Zeph. It was
See,
good for
I
me.
think I think that you are trying to justify it because you know you did a bad
Circle
thing.
No,
logic,
I
yeah.
I know I did a bad thing, but it was good because I wanted it. because of an aspect of want is it was not for one was for Zeph's own want, and I was
Circular
just
logic.
enabling, but the other one was specifically because I wanted it.
I have used all of my questions, but I will leave you
Yeah.
with this thought, not a
Thought?
specific question to you. Personally, I think that if you are supposed to be traveling with someone and earning their trust, it is probably not a good idea to be casting spells on them that enforce your will if that is something that you personally object to being forced onto you. Just because you wanted something doesn't mean that it is right to do it.
But I give you one extra question because, in the same sense that you are forcing your will in a backwards way, in not allowing this,
You think my way is backwards?
it is more hypocritical in its nature.
I
I
was
think.
not the one to cast a spell on
Exactly.
an ally.
Is without the want of the ally
But
to
you are
cast
an
a spell.
you are advocating
Yeah.
for Zeph being able to choose his own will, and yet you force your will onto him.
Well, in the times
You
that
are just trying
in the
to
times that I
justify
forced
it.
my own will on him, it was because I wanted it and because it was a bad thing, and I am fully accepting of that. That is not a gray area I'm trying to navigate. I did it.
So
Full stop.
do as you say, not as you do, is what you're saying here.
No, not at all. I'm saying it was not to apply the two in the same situation as act
You're
of
just trying to
hypocrisy.
justify what
I'm
you
not trying to
did.
justify it in the simple fact that I say I did it. It was bad, and I don't care.
But I asked you. I asked you why you did it. You did it because
I
you
did,
don't
it
care
was
about
bad,
the
and I don't care.
consequences?
Not
Has
because
this
I
turned
didn't
into
care
Holly
about
and
the
Xander?
consequences, but because I accepted them.
Yeah, it's bordering.
I
Okay,
accepted the
I will,
consequences
I have
and
used
we
my
move forward.
questions. I have used all 4 of my questions. I'm going to leave it at that, but I think you should exercise restraint sometimes. Sometimes it can be helpful. That is all I will say, and I'm just gonna walk off.
Is it still like mid-afternoon or something like that? Well, or what time is it? Time of day is it now? that
You
we're
got
back in town?
there 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I imagine, so maybe 3, 4 o'clock.
At
Okay.
some point during the walk back, Ben kind of turns back into a person.
How
You
long
watch
does
as
this
kind of like
go
the
on?
fur begins to retract as like then kind of begins kind of going like 4 legs to upright almost.
Oh.
Ricochet is still talking about the thing.
Yeah, this happens during that conversation. And
No,
I'm just gonna
like-
go.
Flo's completely just.
Yeah, Floyd left. Ricochet is still going.
You're still going. I'm walking next to Zeph and Lynn, or around in that area, and I just kind of go like, "Whoa,
Oh my
how did we
God.
get here?"
What do you not remember everything that just happened?
Last I remember, I turned into a wolf.
Dr. Jekyll?
Excuse me?
You don't remember absolutely ripping out a guy's throat and pissing on me and him and growling at me and shoving dirt onto the dead guy?
I remember being angry, and I remember I kind of like wipe and a little bit of blood off my face that was still just kind of there. I'm like, oh.
Is
I
So,
pulled the
wet
cleansing
patch?
string out. Do you,
Huh?
Cleansing stone,
Yes, thank you. I
like a wet wipe.
Yeah, I just kind of
Great. We've got wet wipes here.
I hand the cleansing stone back. I'm like,
Piss and blood.
Yeah.
I apologize for any inconvenience I may have caused.
You were a savage as an animal,
19.
and I kind of like it.
Ben's telling the truth.
That's generally how it goes, with the whole turning into an animal thing.
You don't remember anything?
I remember snippets, but I don't remember leaving. It was kind of a bit of a.
But yet you knew enough in the wolf form to keep following us and not like go wander and howl at a moon or something like that.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, dumbass. Of course.
Of course.
As if you don't fuck.
Zeph is an idiot.
Hey, Zeph. Kill the dog man. Kill the dog man. Kill the dog man. Kill the dog man. Kill the dog man.
Well, can you turn into anything else, or is it just that?
Many things, actually.
Well, this is the second time you've done that.
It seems to be that the wolf is the most savage, I would say.
I turned to a rat.
Turn savage. No, your mom is fat.
I tell the wolf, I'm like, your mom's so fat. She's fat.
I like it. You should keep it up.
I
Like
turned
that was
to
quite
a cat.
effective. We made a good team.
Honestly, don't really have a choice.
Well, though you like me, you
I can choose to
the
turn
wolf.
into the animal, but I can't choose what I do.
Well, the wolf and me. It was pretty fucking disgusting, and I kind of liked it. So, bring, in a fit of fighting sense, guys. Come on, I'm not that sick.
Zeph hears the
Okay.
eyebrows raised.
Did you
19 deception.
did you say I pissed everywhere?
Yes, on me as well.
Do you
And I
have
point
like
to the
a
piss stain on my
Mason
armor.
wet
I
pack?
bring
Oh.
the cleansing stone back.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Actually, that's actually really fucking awful.
Does the
I'm gonna
cleansing
spray
stone
piss everywhere.
still just like fixed
Pissed
up?
on me.
We
I
all hold.
always get it
we
back, so
all-
I'm always fine.
We all hold the cleansing stone at once, so it goes like
There's like a little outline
blood
of
and-
each of us on the
the
wall.
blood and piss.
Like, everyone, you see like the three of them kind of like a, you know, like a cringy 80s superhero movie, like kind of like the high five with it or something. And then what, as this fog cloud of piss just explodes outwards, and it kind of
God.
reflects between them and all that, and just sheds outwards.
Equishay says maybe we should think about this as a group battle tactic. We should all piss
Piss
ourselves
on this?
and then after this done,
Piss fog.
quick guys, smoke screen.
You'll notice that you can still
Everyone,
see
all
them.
the enemies get so disgusted they're like,
poison damage.
Con save DC 30.
in response to that, I'm like, well, when nature calls, I suppose. I needed to piss, so I pissed.
Oh, I like you. Oh, I like you.
I would never do such a thing as a humanoid.
It'd be funny if you did.
Ben's not lying. Ben wouldn't piss himself.
20. 30.
Penn's not lying.
I wouldn't piss myself.
Shams be sus on you.
Alright then. So,
I don't even need a roll.
Go to-
I'm not gonna roll it.
Go to the
because I
captain
don't
and
need
inform
to.
them
Yes.
of our victory.
alright.
Yeah,
Um,
please.
As you guys kind of approach it down, you notice the captain talking with some guards out the front.
I'm gonna just wave. Hi, excuse me. Excuse me,
Get the
Captain.
fuck out of the way.
Or the accent I was doing for her.
Scottish.
No.
Pretty sure it was deep Scottish.
Alright.
No, it was.
No.
With a slight
Deep
bit of
more
American.
General
Scottish.
European.
General Europeans, good one.
Is
I'm not sure whether that's him there or not,
Scottish.
but I think so.
Scale.
Alright.
I'm a scale on my
Oh,
feet.
hello there, fella.
Fucking-
We investigated a nearby hideout that we assumed they were using for research purposes. I'm gonna show the documents. There are some documents here from we think several figures that are involved in these experiments that they must be carrying out to create. these
She like
monsters.
extends a hand. May I?
Sure.
Takes
I'm
them
gonna pass mine.
quiet for a few minutes. Just says a lot of the code works on this. I'm not. They're clearly coded and organized. I'm wondering what this Operation Sunfall entails exactly.
We've come to speculate it has something to do with the festival of the eclipse that is happening in a few weeks. The timeline fits.
But where? Which city would it be in?
Well, I'm not 100% sure on that. The closest from here that would be celebrating it the most, the biggest, would be the crossroads, wouldn't it?
Indeed, I will have to talk to Financier Schindmeier and get that sent up the chain.
Do we know the crowns? I'm assuming this is me speculating as Flo. Tell me if this is too meta. I'm assuming the crowns is referring to some sort of sovereignty.
The merchant princes.
Do we know?
It's right.
That's what That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. As Flo, is that too
Metagaming.
metagamey to think that of the crowns to assume that?
You can think whatever your character would think.
I'm asking.
I'm
Let's go
not. I'm
find
not
the
gonna
power
tell
rangers.
you if,
Okay.
because Flo's intelligence
go
is
find the power
above
rangers.
average still.
Hmm.
So like, you've had 2-3 hours. You could be puzzling over it along the walk.
I assume I would be.
Like I imagine something to drown out Ekrichet ranting on about the wants and how they're
Yeah.
just and whatever.
Yes.
You'll be like,
I'm not just.
you're just like thinking and being like, crowns, and you're just hearing like this kind of vague communist talk in the background.
It's not communist.
It's like kind of the opposite actually.
No, not even. It's not either or.
Is Ekrichet no longer a communist? Or?
No, it's not either or.
Okay.
You just
Anyway.
Further than communism.
skewed morals.
Hope you don't mind.
Not even morals.
Nah,
Hope you
yeah,
don't
I
mind
don't
me
know.
putting forth this idea, but on our trek back here, I was assuming that the crowns would refer to a seat of power from perhaps the merchant princes in the nearby crossroads. So I think it would be reasonable to assume that whatever Operation Sunfall is, obviously we don't know, but I assume based on the kind of things that we have seen and our gesture to Zeph's like eyeball stalk, we sort of one of these
Looks kinda disgusted.
things, that apparently is. Don't wave it around.
What? I'm showing off the proof.
The guards look like quite disgusted by
I-
this.
Bet you
Look, I'm
couldn't kill
very
this thing,
sorry
could ya?
we- I'm very sorry we brought it to show you what we meant when we said that these kind of creatures we think are previously experimented on people that have been kidnapped. Perhaps the farmers. We saw a cell.
You did find their bodies in there.
We found the bodies.
Their bodies are still in there. It's clear for now, but you know we couldn't carry them. But they're there, lying in peace, as much peace as they could have had after being tortured.
I will
And
send some guards, at least the remainders of their families can have closure.
But yes, I assume because of the reference to the crowns that perhaps this is related to the crossroads. Not only is it the closest nearby city with plenty of people that would be celebrating the festival of the eclipse, but it is also a seat of power for some sort of merchant princes, no?
Just kind of nods. I would have to talk to the financier about it a bit. Obviously, he has better connections into capital than I do. I do not know how he will react to such information and how much he will share. I would suggest that you make your way there at least and maybe have a look around. I cannot offer a reward or anything of the sort, but the Port Authority is probably the least corrupt of the guards.
Do you, does that mean that you are, if we were to go and continue our investigation into these experiments, the sort of kidnappings and things in the crossroads, would you be willing to give us some sort of recommendation or something to say that we can investigate these goings on? Is that a possibility, or should we talk to the financier about this?
If you wanted official recognition, you would talk to the financier. I may be able to pull some chains amongst the Port Authority. I used to serve amongst them. So
Is there a particular person on the Port Authority that you think we should
I will
contact?
have to think on that. So if you give me a couple days, I will put something together. Maybe just a day or so. I will get something for you.
That would be excellent. I mean, we are hoping to leave as soon as possible to try and intercept whatever this is. We understand that
Yes.
obviously you are very busy, but
How give me a day to put something together at least for the Port Authority. I would suggest talking to the financier about an official letter of recommendation, but I'm not sure how good that will serve. amongst the merchant print guards themselves. It would probably work amongst the Port Authority only. And just like Cantab said, come on, Lynn, right?
Yes.
A letter was delivered for you. Utha has it. It's the library. If you wish to go get that.
Absolutely.
Ekrochet, do you have a badge?
Bad.
Like
A
how you
badge.
just announced. Ekrochet?
No. What? No.
You don't have a badge?
Why would I have a badge?
Some sort of official notation of who you are and what you are?
Everyone in town know who I am.
Okay.
There's like 50 people that live here.
Roll inside.
Yeah, you know everyone. List their names.
Oh,
Do it.
fuck off! No.
List their names.
She lists the names.
Damn.
I'm not listing them.
Is there anything else that you require from us about this? While we are in town, obviously.
I will give you reward money. I'm afraid I couldn't negotiate a better deal for the reward, but I'll give you what we're allowed to give you about it. When you come for the letter, I will have that on me as well. I'll just be at my house.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Do you happen to have any idea where we might be able to sell some weaponry here? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Well, you can sell it to Terran, the blacksmiths, or Amir, who is the local store owner for the Henran Trading Company here.
So the blacksmith or the trading company? Do you know which one would be more preferable to trade with, or are they both?
Who's gonna give us the most dosh for it?
That is not what I asked.
They
Well, that's what I'm
They
asking.
will give similar dosh, although Amir will be friendlier. He is better at customer service than Terran, but Terran is more understanding of metalworking as a blacksmith. So,
Very
you
well.
if they're particularly good crafts, I would talk to Terran about it. If you just want them gone, I would talk to Amir about it.
Very well. Thank you very much for your help. I suppose it is time for us to take a bit of rest, if you don't mind.
Ekrochet, what is your name?
Captain Tansworth.
Captain Tansworth, cool.
You're not taking notes.
Ekrochet was asking, because that's what Ekrochet would do.
She
Um,
looks at you and
fine,
just like
okay.
nods and flow after telling. saying it
I'm
again.
very sorry.
I was just asking someone's name,
Your name.
not me.
So, we gonna get.
Ekrochet met her already.
Ekrochet is not the best at remembering names. Okay, I
Okay.
met her like fucking once.
Are we gonna get the reward money now?
Later, when you come for the letter of recommendation,
Oh.
I do not carry that kind of money on me at all times.
The merchant and the blacksmith still open, or
They
they?
should be. They'll be closing shortly, but they should still be open.
Okay, I'm gonna go make a quick stop.
I'm gonna give you back the scimitars once your effect ended. So I assume that was on the trip.
Yeah.
Why did? Yeah. Oh,
Retcon.
thank you. It's weird.
I thought you might want
I
to-
remember not wanting them, but at the same time, I really want them now. So,
I thought you might just shoot a look over to
Ekrochet, I enchanted you. That was the thing I did.
I'm not sure whether to spit on you or just respect you, so I'll do neither. and
Before we leave, sorry to interrupt.
No,
Before we
no.
leave Captain Tansworth, as everybody else is going out of the door, I'm gonna grab Shams' shoulder. Hold on, I think we should ask a very important question. And while I'll just make sure that everybody else is out of the room, it's just Shams on. Captain, I hope you don't mind us asking, but my friend here had someone that was close to them who passed through here a little while ago. We were wondering if perhaps you would know anything about a missing person in the vicinity by the name of Anissa.
That's right.
By the name of Anissa, was a. I have somewhere in my notes.
Wrong.
Sorry.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Yes.
Sandy.
Sandy.
was was a grung that originated
Sandy too.
from Tunis Savannah and is perhaps heading that direction now. It passed through here 2 years ago. Is that right? 2 years ago. Was it? When was it?
It was
When did a nation pass there? I don't have that in my notes.
I think it was a couple years ago, is what I said.
Yeah, a couple years.
I don't think it's directly 2, but it's a few. A while back.
Oh.
I thought it was. I thought it was
Yours is
2
better.
years ago. But I don't have it in my
You could be
notes.
right.
So I don't know. Do you happen to know anything about any missing people? I assume that they would all, as a captain, you would probably know most people who passed through here.
I will not say I know most. Lots of people come through here. It is one of the major roads. It's a crossroads.
Don't think she'd be a missing person because she's not really from around here.
Nothing. No grungs on any of our missing persons reports. Obviously, occasionally we see a grung, but they are exceptionally rare.
Do you remember the last time you perhaps saw
Saw a grung?
someone that was matching this description?
Not that description specifically. Probably saw her if she had come through here. I just cannot put my finger on it, I'm afraid.
That is okay. Shams, do you have anything else you want to ask?
Thank you for your time.
Kind of nods. Thank you for doing all that work for us.
Much appreciated. Thank you. We won't take up any more of your time. And I'm gonna head out. I'm just gonna close the door very quietly behind me.
The town. You're at the town gate currently. You're just gonna close the
Oh,
gate.
so she's
yeah,
outside.
yeah.
okay.
She was talking to the guards at the front gate.
I see.
You
I
stay
misunderstood.
out there.
Goodbye.
Our town now.
My town, in the middle of my street.
I go temple.
I go
That's good.
temple too.
Temple,
I go I go merchant.
merchant,
Temple.
Merchant.
merchant,
Anyone want to come with me?
Temple.
temple, temple.
No. All right.
Merchant,
I'm
merchant.
with you.
Everyone wants to see my
Hey, we're all
letter.
gonna meet up at the
Huh?
we're all gonna meet up at the broken wheel
Everyone wants to
later.
read my little letter, alright.
I yelled at it.
I'm going to the temple just to have a chat.
Okay.
I'll yell out to the group. We're meeting at the broken wheel later then.
No reply, I'm going
Yes.
temple.
All right, I'll meet you there.
All right. Yeah. Temple crew.
Temple crew.
Temple crew.
All right.
I would say that I'm the one leading because as soon as the letter was kind of mentioned and the conversation started to drift off, we were outside anyway, so I just...
We were outside anyway. Yeah, rub it in, Leon. I had no idea.
Roll for burn.
I pull Win over
That was
and,
not
and
sick
go.
burn.
Where are you off to?
I'm going to the temple.
Do you mind if I tag along?
I mean, if you want to, there's just a letter there for me. It's not
How there's
real.
like a spore swarm point to the temple.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really
I kind of trail along
You all
after.
must,
Okay.
but
After
you
Lynn.
can come if you want. I go to the temple and I go to
Yeah, and
Alright.
I'm assuming everyone else just kind of.
every other
Tag
temple.
along. Kind of
do we
fun.
leave before Zeph goes?
I yelled out
Oh,
like
I
yeah,
go before
you
that.
guys
I-
kind of split off.
Yeah.
I send a thumbs up to Zach.
yeah.
Anyway,
So I know you. I know.
yeah.
What I mean.
So you kind of rock up the temple. You hear this
Percent
familiar
of thumbs up.
classical music, and you kind of hear in your mind, "Oh, hello there. Lynn, I have a letter for you."
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of like you kind of see this kind of the octopus man kind of come around with this letter and passes it to you. It says Lynn like purple ink on the front. It's very familiar font.
I'm scared, guys.
You got this. You got this.
Scared. Look,
Now-
I'm scared.
Do you want me to read it to you, or do you want me to send it to you on Discord?
This
I
is
would like to
horrific.
read it myself first.
Okay.
On
Yay.
Discord.
This is intense.
You open it and it's the severed head of your lover.
What's in the
I said the font was familiar. The type, the
like-
writing was familiar
A
to
little
you.
envelope.
Yeah.
Open the box.
With the
Right.
familiarity of it,
The
Open the
do I
joke.
know
box.
that it's millions
Open the
or
box,
like
Batman.
from?
It looks like Malian's
Okay,
handwriting.
fine.
Anyway, we'll go to do we'll go across to merchant.
Oh,
Questions.
quickly.
Yeah, I'm reading letters. So.
Quickly at the temple, I would like to. I'd like to just ask Uthar one thing. Excuse me, Uthar. I was wondering, do you happen to know anything about beasts? We found out that they were called spectators.
Yep.
Oh yeah, should have.
Do you happen
Ask
to
that
know anything about spectators?
I know a little bit. I'm an expert in the aberrant, so
Do you
Tell us
have
what
a-
you know.
Looks like mildly startled.
Do you
Clock,
happen to
clock.
have any tomes on?
I have a couple of research papers I wrote.
you have
Honestly,
research papers?
Oh,
Do you
I
write
have-
them yourself?
yes. If you wish to have any questions
Yeah, I
about
would
it, I'm
love
more than
to.
willing.
I would love to read them. Do you have
About
any?
spectators,
Hey, how's it going?
you feeling attached to your yellow character yet? You feeling attached?
Did you write a love letter,
I
Lucky?
did write a love letter.
It's
Nice.
Yeah,
It's
a-
pretty tame love letter,
Yeah,
but
it's-
it's love letter nonetheless.
It would be wild if you wrote a non.
I went on to fanfiction.net and just copied one and pasted it.
Why is there so many references to Snape and the Teletubbies? The vacuum cleaner did what?
Oh no.
What do you wish to know about spectators, Flo?
Just any kind of information that you might have about how they originated, or I'm assuming Tashama, perhaps, but
Yes, one of Tushama's more minor creations, to be quite honest. They're not super powerful. They're generally summoned as guards or as servants. Not as summoned by cults. They're pretty easy to summon as well from Safara, all things considered.
So does that mean that you think that perhaps it could have been summoned by someone?
Most
perhaps?
likely, generally they are summoned.
Do you think they could be created?
Created? No, not spectators. They are summoned. They are lesser forms of beholders, which are much nastier.
And do you know anything in particular about what they might be guarding? Do they get told to guard a specific object or person, or they just get told to follow a command on
It's
behalf of the
very much
shadow?
an orders-based thing. Typically, they will follow their last orders they are given. If whoever controls them died, typically for a period of a couple hundred years, if my research is correct. So typically for a couple hundred years or so, they will follow that last command and then slowly become insane. They're technically immortal creatures, also they can be killed. So if natural causes will not get them, but unnatural ones can.
Hang on, I'm just writing. I have more things to ask. So, theoretically, if what you are saying is true, that one person, if the last person who has given them orders, they are still following that order even if they are summoned by someone else?
In theory, each one summoned should be individual. You shouldn't be summoning multiple. Basically, they are very minor creations of Shama. Say, imagine the birth of a person or something like that. They are not the most powerful of the creatures. They have innate and they can be quite powerful if caught unguarded or something like that. But they aren't typically the most powerful of the creations by my mother per se.
So, if the person who was the last to give it a command has died, and it hangs around in our plane, for example, does that mean that the next time it is summoned, do they hang around in our plane, or do they immediately go back after
Well,
the person who has summoned them has died?
if the person who summons them dies, they will still be here eternally.
They would still be in here
Yes. There are
unless they are
cases.
killed, or do they get? If you say they are immortal beings, when we are to slay one, does that mean
You
that
can kill them by blades unnaturally per se, but natural causes like age or disease and stuff like that
it
will
does
not get
not
them.
affect them?
They will not even starve. They can produce their own food as well. Very similar to their more powerful cousins, the beholder. There are a few documented cases of spectators and beholders guarding very, very old and lost relics and stuff like that. Knights of Avion and such have wandered into such ruins to be attacked by them. Beholders are particularly nasty. It takes especially well-trained mercenaries to deal with that, or a very, very powerful paladin. We have specialized squads for dealing with them. They're typically found around forbidden bits of knowledge, but minor spellcaster or someone with very minor spell summoning abilities would be able to create a breach large enough to summon one directly from the far realm.
Is there a way to tell if it has been in the plane for a long time or if it has been recently summoned?
Typically, so long as they have been in the planes, the more insane they will be.
What
You
was that,
find
sorry?
with so long as they have been in a plane, the more insane they will be. So the insane ones are regularly lashing out with their mind, babbling constantly. But the fresher ones are typically more reserved and quite quiet. They don't speak commons. They speak deep speech, I believe. I believe I can still speak it. It is older than even primordial. It is truly terrifying language to hear.
Are we not sus on this guy? One of the letters was to someone called Temple.
Mm. I
I'm just,
know. I know.
Ah.
I
I'm just
happen
making
to
sure you remember
notice
that,
that they had a sort of interesting effect on some of us with this beam of light. Was it a beam of light or it was just like a beam that emitted from their eyes?
You kind of are you like asking this to
Yeah.
kind of phrasing it like that? Yes, they typically have eye effects. Spectator eye effects are relatively mild. They have one that let me just get the stat block up again. But they have one that causes fear, one that paralyzes, one that is kind of sucks away at your life force, and one that confuses you.
Have we made, what was the librarian's name?
Ulfa.
Ulfa. Have we made Ulfa aware of the fact that we found a spectator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I opened the line of questioning.
Yeah, okay. Never mind.
I don't know if this guy's trustworthy anymore.
I don't not in case just in case you ever encounter one. Beholders, they have 8 rays instead of just the 4. What they are? Sorry, they have 10 rays.
Mm.
They are. I would avoid as many of those rays as you can. They have some very nasty ones. Ones that petrifies you, ones that disintegrates you, ones that just kills you. It's literally called a death ray.
Die.
Power
You,
word kill.
I love that.
They are significantly more powerful than spectators.
Are there any particular vulnerabilities or things that you might know about beholders or perhaps even spectators that would be helpful for us if we were to continue to encounter them? It certainly seems as if we are encountering things around forbidden knowledge.
Vulnerabilities.
Or
One thing to
any-
notice is they can't be knocked prone. Just because the way they hover, it's kind of like, you know, when you have a ball underwater and you kind of hold it down, it keeps popping back up. You cannot knock them prone. They don't have any weaknesses per se, but neither do they have any resistances. One thing to notice if you ever fight a beholder is their central eye suppresses magical abilities.
Hang on. Beholder's central eye suppresses.
Magical abilities.
Okay.
I kind of want to just ask this dude flat out, like, are you working with the enemy? And see what he
Hang on.
says.
I have a plan. Wait.
Oh, you looked at me.
No, because
Are you working for the enemy?
the whole temple thing. I have a pretty
Shit.
high insight. Like I might be able to get
you-
over his deception.
Have you ever encountered a beholder yourself, or perhaps a spectator?
Myself?
You seem to know a lot about them, so I am just asking.
Obviously, as a
written
mind
them.
flayer, I just out of question for Connor. Mind flayers are immortal, aren't they? They don't have a lifespan.
I actually don't know about that one.
Googling it.
Yeah, Google that one.
Yeah.
I'm googling if you can't.
I
be
think
bothered, Lucky.
because they're attached to the elder brain,
Yeah.
that they
You're not
don't
listening to me.
like it's all sort of just like the one thing. But I think if they're disconnected from the hive mind, it's different. The elder brain.
Mm.
They are not immortal, but they are autopotent. In order to survive for long periods of time in a universe, a mind flayer must take matter from adding to itself and making it stronger.
Okay.
So they get hungry.
Okay. So yeah.
Hungry.
I have lived a particularly long life compared to most humanoids. So personally, I am lucky enough to never encountered a beholder. I once encountered a spectator when entering some ruins somewhere around a long time ago. I'd have to check my notes exactly. I encountered a spectator somewhere around, I think it was somewhere in the Dwarven Confederacy, modern day terms, of course. Somewhere in there, but
Were they aggressive towards you?
they were quite insane, yes. I imagine they were leftovers from the original fight between the fragments and Tashama.
And theoretically, if someone were to experiment on some things on behalf of Teshama, could that be considered forbidden knowledge? That they might need to guard or protect?
I mean, there's very, very few pieces of forbidden knowledge. I imagine to create. I think I require a few more details on the question about it. So, if you were to experiment on anything,
At this present point in time, some of the individuals that have been taken, we believe, have been experimented on for some sort of purposes, but they have been found around Nothics and around the spectators. So we did see some cultists from Tashama, and I was just wondering if perhaps you might assume that to be forbidden knowledge.
well, Tashama is heavily suppressed by the church. All the churches really, due to the war with her. Some priests and priestesses of Avion research into this kind of stuff. There have been a few cases where they have stumbled across certain formulas and stuff like that has resulted in them transforming into something called a Gnostic. I'm not quite. No one is quite sure what that information is though. And
Can I
causes
roll
it.
an insight check to see
Sure.
what he knows about? He seems to know a lot about the spectators and things like that. So I'm wondering if I can roll an insight
Sure.
check just to see if I think that he's keeping anything from me. Basically, when he's saying things like about this forbidden knowledge.
Can I assist?
Sure.
We gonna do piss on him?
Oh, natural
Yeah.
20.
That's a good roll.
Oh, for a 24.
That's good. That's what we like to see.
You don't think it's holding back any information. You think that some of your questions have been vague, and that he has tried his best to answer them as best as that he can, but he's missing bits of information that would help him answer them better.
Can
I don't think
Can
I
I
have
just-
the information.
Can I just flat out like would you happen to know anything about the lady? And see if that has any reaction.
Women?
He kind of like crinkles his eyebrows a bit. Sounds extremely vague. There are many ladies in this town, and there are millions
Was
across the
he
world.
was he
Well, with Floyd's
startled
natural
or-
20, it wasn't even startlement. It was just
Just
kind of a bewilder.
confusion.
Yeah, it's just confusion. You've just basically asked, "Hey, do women exist?"
No,
his eyes. Like you've just gone like, hey, no, but women, they're a thing, lol.
I was referring to specifically the lady from one of the notes.
Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you are, but I'm
He
like going
doesn't
for it.
wait-
He
Yeah,
doesn't know
so
about
he
the
doesn't
letter.
have
letter.
any exact.
He is
reaction.
confused.
Okay.
He's just like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess women exist.
And,
I
yeah,
guess.
no, that's
Just kind of shrugs him. It is
no,
like,
well, that's about as vague as I want to go without flat out being like, "Are you a bad guy?"
Yeah.
So I don't want to press any further than that. I'll
But
just
yeah,
say,
he seems quite bewildered by that question of all things. Just like, what?
just a passing comment.
If I'm aware that women exist.
Do you happen to know if Tashama has had any other names or nicknames that would perhaps refer to
That's a good question.
Tashama? Just in case we are to stumble upon any more
To
information.
refer to Tashama.
You see, we have stumbled upon some interesting pieces of evidence
Tashama,
when we
like
went
your mama.
to investigate the kidnappings. We believe them to be some sort of
I thought
code
that was funny.
addressing an Operation Sunfall.
Hmm.
Any visible
I'd say-
reaction?
To that,
Yeah.
Operation Sunwell, no.
Yeah. Oh, balls.
Almost like I just want a really nice tentacle boy,
He's
and
just a-
everyone's
he's
like, he's a friendly tentacle boy. I'm just like, I want a nice mind flayer. You guys
Yeah,
are like,
no,
he's an
I-
evil man.
No, no.
mind flayer.
I was only sus because of the note.
Admit it, you're
Dressed
just
from
xenophobic
temple.
against mind flayers.
It continues!
That beak upsets you.
It wasn't even because he was a mind flayer. It was just because
Ben's a racist.
He's in the temple.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He was
Eh,
just different.
If you guys keep saying Ben's a racist, I'm just gonna lean into it. Ben is racist to all creatures
Any-
except for half elves.
Anyway, but yeah. About the other nature of the Shama, I mean,
Poor
Joking.
not
Ben
that
is
you
not
are to
racist.
tell anyone in the Temple of Avion this. I have read some notes written by cultists of the Shama. Other names are, I have seen the Empress, Lady of Nothing.
The lady.
Hang on.
No, not just a lady. That
Ah.
is too informal. From what I'm aware of, Tashama has quite the ego. At least as far as I'm aware. I mean, not as much Tikarus, but quite proud. So, very formal titles only. So, Lady of Nothing, Empress of the Void, preferably, I think it's Mistress Tashama, Empress of Nothing, Lady of the Void. Full title. That's it.
Yes. That's all
Uh,
very good.
but-
But would you have any idea as to what these cultists might refer to, or someone who may come under the title the lady? As vague as it sounds.
What if it's
Sakes.
Scottish?
Huh?
What if it's Scottish?
The lady.
The laddie.
The lady.
It's a golf boy.
Okay, well, is he lying? Can I do an insight on that?
Sure.
Or that'll be really high, like a 24.
He's telling the truth still.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
He's just a nice good boy.
He's a nice
He's
good
just
boy.
a nice good
Are you
boy.
still
Well,
skeptical?
He's my
No,
good,
no,
good
I'm
boy.
just trying to get information. I'm
Well,
not skeptical. I have a
If
high
you don't
insight. I'm
mind,
just trying to.
you mentioned some research papers earlier about
I'm with you. Don't worry.
spectators and beholders, perhaps.
Uh,
Is it possible for me? I mean, you don't have to if it is.
I mean,
could
so
I read
have a
some
couple
of them?
here. Most would be still would be in the temple library in Vergas. I send a lot of them for reviews and such. But I will go get some what I have still here. Kind of goes up his attic. Comes back with these like piles of scrolls. Like these are meaty scrolls.
Do you mind if we go through them together? Perhaps. I
Sure.
would just like to ask you some more questions so
Of
I can
course.
understand better.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm just gonna sit myself down in the most comfortable seat. Just start reading some scrolls.
All right. Very boring.
I
It's
Yeah, I
academic
assume
papers.
so.
Can I see if there's any books or scrolls about wild shaping?
Are you gonna look yourself, or are you gonna ask Ulfa?
I'll ask. Why not?
He kind of points at the druidic magic. There's a small shelf up in the corner over there, and it kind of points you down like a couple of bookshelves.
I go read more about wild shaping.
Cool.
Because I don't really understand what happened.
It's like old MacDonald had a farm.
Yeah.
It's like,
And on
oh,
that
I
point,
understand.
The cow goes.
I want
"Moo."
to learn or figure out if I can find a better way of controlling it.
Dog goes woof.
Okay.
Wolf goes.
Dog is on the
"Grrr."
ground. Oh, I see.
You have like a beautiful mind
Um,
moment of like dog wolf.
Cow goes moo.
Did you want to say something?
Yeah. No, just whenever everyone's done.
Is this a question about letter?
It's about a lot of things.
Okay.
There's like two things.
All right. So we can go to that, and then we'll do merchant, and then we'll come back to your research stuff. Cool.
You know
First
when you
off,
feel the weird
I
like,
read my letter.
thing on your leg that feels like
Is
a bug?
there spare parchment ink and something that I can send a letter back? And what would be the best way to send a letter from
I'm
here?
afraid that the next we don't have a messenger tower here at all. Arakokra occasionally stop by the village. I can always give it to one if they stop by again, but it will be a while again before one
Less
stops.
than a week?
One just swung by, so they probably won't send another one around for another week and a bit.
Oh, that's disappointing. That's fine. Don't worry about it then. That's fine.
I have plenty of parchment still if you wish to write, but it would be sent by hand, so it would be a runner.
I really want someone to ask
It's
what
not
the
really
letter
any
was
use if
about.
I'm already heading there
but I
now
don't
that
wanna
the
be
future
like
destination
that
completely
guy.
understands. Thank you anyway. I go to Fleur. I'm speaking to Fleur as quietly as I can really. You mentioned to the captain about the merchant princes, right?
Yes, that is
And
correct.
that you think that it might be in the crossroads because they might possibly be there.
I assume so.
I
Well,
have confirmation that all of them will be there at the festival of the
all
eclipse.
of the merchant princes in the one place.
All of them.
Oh, that is very bad.
Yeah.
That is really not good.
Yeah.
Do you think that perhaps these experiments are going to be attempting to, I don't know, perhaps attack these merchant princes, or do you perhaps think that the merchant princes in particular are the target of their next experiment?
I'm not 100% sure, but the festival is going to span across the entire city, and all of them will be there.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So, I assume they will be in different places. Do you happen to know if they would all be in the same place at the same exact time?
Not exactly, but they will all be at the crossroads for the festival.
No, I don't think we can cover all of them
Yeah,
at
well,
the same time.
it just kind of confirms the theory, I guess. I do
It
very
does,
much
yeah.
think that the festival of the eclipse is the target for this song.
So you think that is Operation Sunfall?
Most likely.
Well, it is gratifying to be right, but also very upsetting.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know, I assume this is in response to the letter that you received?
Yeah. The
Was it-
person that I was looking for sent me a letter.
So they are okay?
Yeah, she's there and fine, making preparations for the festival. So
Do you intend to send her back a message?
I wanted to, but unfortunately, the next letter will only be sent longer than a week from now. So there's not really any point.
Well, we can be there in 5-6 days, so
Exactly,
that
so-
perhaps is not good.
So might as well just try our best to get there as fast as possible.
What?
You could always die along the way, but that's where my brain went. It's like,
You cannot
You sh-
die along the way, can't
yeah,
you?
like you can't, you're not
God.
sending a letter. But what if you do die? Then
Oh
well.
you never know what could happen. Fireball,
that's
maybe.
that's not Ben talking. That was just me putting it
Yeah,
in a
no.
comment.
Intrusive thoughts.
Intrusive thought.
Well, I was thinking
Love
from
it.
the discussion that we just had with Ulfar that the lady in question perhaps might be the cultist referring to perhaps
You're like entire.
either Tashama herself, though he doesn't seem to think that that would be appropriate given that she only uses formal titles, but perhaps it is some kind of high priestess or something of Tashama that would be maybe also trying to, I don't know, channel this lady of nothing.
I mean, that is possible. Does that mean the actual lookout was something of the sorts when we arrived at the crossroads? There wasn't.
Well,
That
what I
much.
got from the document seems to suggest that perhaps the lady would also be watching very closely what happens to these crowns, no?
So someone close by to them.
Perhaps.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know that much about that. I only really know about the preparations for the festival at the moment. I wasn't given full detail on everything in the letter.
Well, at least now we have the confirmation that we should be looking for these merchant princes. That's
Absolutely.
perhaps the target.
At least now that we know that there will definitely be there.
Do you have any suggestions, or perhaps do you? I don't know. You seem to know a lot about the festival. Well, compared to me, so I just assume. Do you happen to know anything in particular about what we should be looking for, or perhaps where we should be going first? I assume you will want to meet with your correspondent first.
Yeah, we could be able to stop by the temple at the crossroads and they should be able to help us there. That's where she is, but also others that worship my goddess as well. So they should be able to help us a bit more. And hopefully have a bit more intel on the actual preparations for the festival, because those are the ones we're actually doing it for them. I was heading over there to help with the preparations, but I obviously...
We're sidetracked,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, well, I think it is imperative that we go as quick as possible now.
Definitely.
Hopefully, I hope you don't mind that I mentioned that we should get a letter of recommendation, but I think perhaps your weight as part of the temple might not be enough to let us investigate things properly.
Oh, absolutely. The way that the captain mentioned the merchant guards, they don't sound very nice.
They don't know.
Mm.
I think it would be incredibly hard to get close to one of these merchant princes.
Definitely.
Very well. Well, I thank you very much for telling me. I will not say anything to anyone,
Okay.
unless of course you wish to.
It's not that big of a secret. You're able to say if you wish.
Thank you for letting me know. Anyway,
No worries.
I'm gonna go back to reading some boring academic papers.
All right. Quick question.
Yes.
What do you think of the pet? What do you think of the pet name?
It's cute.
Good.
You adopted a pet.
I'm joking.
I have
Moon
pet.
and stars.
You know what that means, though. You know what that means. Just more attachments to
Oh,
be.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Sun, moon, and stars.
Yeah.
I think what Twilight pet.
Yeah. Get some string for me
Edward.
to pull away at. I'll undo
Edward.
this sweater
Edward,
bit by
yeah.
bit.
Can I
No.
write a letter anyway?
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
You can write that. You can send it to me. If not, you can just write
Yeah.
one.
There you go. It's written. I already had it written.
Oh shit. Okay. I will read that in a
Of
second.
course you did. Of course you did.
It
Well,
must have
I-
been when I was going all Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah, I feel like out of character, like in character, I was just going writing a letter, and that's why I haven't
Alright.
written anything down.
Yep.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
Wow,
Like,
really?
Saying words.
Like this, you're like,
So we'll go to team
hi.
action.
Unless they wanted to do
Oh
anything.
no, we'll do the research thing in a second.
Ah,
I don't.
cool.
What are you guys doing? Because you guys went to the temple and you guys are just there. Are you doing anything at the temple? Or you're just standing there.
Just vibing.
Just vibing.
chilling.
Enjoying Ulthar's classical mind music.
Been kidding.
Been chilling.
That's one thing you notice. There's no instruments inside there. It's all coming from Ulthar's mind. The classical music that permeates the temple.
Was I,
Yeah, because he
was I
talks with his
listening
brain.
in on the conversation with
Yeah.
what are they called? Spectators.
Yeah. You would know a lot of that kind of info yourself, but you wouldn't know quite as in depth. So you
Yeah.
might find some of the texts and stuff that Ulthar's brought down quite interesting, actually. It's a lot of stuff
Dumbass.
amongst like kind of like knowledge of it. It's like kind of you know, like, say you would know as if you would skim read some of these texts about these kind of creatures. Like you
Yeah.
wouldn't know all of them. And there's a lot of weird, abhorrent monstrosities that have Ulthar has very vividly researched, like very well. For now, you guys just have a deeper understanding. I need to figure out exactly what that deeper understanding entails. But yeah, we'll figure that out.
Next
I-
time.
I'm in my
Next
nerd
time
era.
on Dragon Ball.
Nerdy.
You're all
Alright.
fucking nerds.
You guys are heading to the Hanran Trading Company, right?
Zeph, stop for a second.
No! If you're gonna do that frickin'
I
charming thing on me, please don't do that again, alright? I did not appreciate that. Not one bit.
Yes, you did.
Well, I didn't like that you were gonna rob me of money.
I wasn't gonna rob you of money.
You didn't want me to have.
I was
Then-
going to rob you of the potential of money, which is different from robbing you of money. And I think I have a better idea for the weapons.
You have been.
Do I know
robbed.
any like socialist cells in the area?
No.
Nothing.
In this area?
Isn't there like a convention about to happen?
Yeah, in the crossroads.
Am I in the
But
crossroads?
like, no.
No.
Ah.
We're in Thornhill.
Dumbass.
You
I
guys
don't
really
have a
don't-
fucking better idea. Let's
Alright.
fucking sell them.
Hey, what's the matter? You seem super excited, then you just like.
I
Oh.
thought I had a good idea, and then it was fucking not a good idea.
I mean,
and
you
you know
can
what? I'm
roll it.
just
Is it-
a
What's
little
your
bit
idea?
You can
pissed
roll a
off.
What's your
history
idea?
check if you want to see if you know any.
I'll see. Let's a history
No,
check.
he's-
Boo.
Name another check for the recollection of knowledge in your mind.
Yeah, but it's a -1. That was the boo.
Okay.
3.
No.
I don't fucking know anything.
You haven't really traveled through this area before. You know, you came here by ship, so you know a couple in like around like the jungles and Squai and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But like nothing that's like super revolutionary. You know, it's still kind of early stages, still very academic discussion at this point. There's no major armies or anything or band groups.
Not yet.
Not yet. But the academics are like, you know, it's kind of
It's a
imagine
very
kind of
aggressive
Ima-
academic.
imagine
You're gonna
that
say
period of like
academia.
when Marx just wrote it and there was still that kind of intellectual debate. It's that period still. It's not like a Bolshevik, you see, quite just yet. But it's you know, it's brewing
Not
there.
yet.
It's fine stewing. You're contributing and refining ideas down.
I did
Well,
not
what-
need refinement.
Well, what were you going to say anyway, just for sheer curiosity?
I think we could sell them to a group who is more likely to make positive change in the area, which is positive for me. And I think they'll make positive change in the area through maybe killing officials, which we do not like, which is positive for you. And I thought we could come to a mutually beneficial agreement between us.
Oh god.
I was whispering.
You
Bit
didn't.
late
Hmm.
to mention that bit. Doesn't matter though.
Well, that's good.
You notice that a couple guards are now following you.
God damn it. Do I see these guards following as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's go to the fucking merchants, cause there's nothing to fucking do around this fucking silly town.
I mean, yes, there is. There's profit to be made.
That's a merchant, and it is not interesting. It is silly, and I do not like
As
it.
you
There
kind of
might be
continue this
something-
discussion, walking and talking, you kind of approach this kind of it kind of stands out. It's a semi-cylindrical shape with a sign that has a picture of a loaded wagon that kind of hangs in the door with the writing Hanran Trading Company. It's got like a little wooden door, kind of like on the front almost.
You coming in?
Let's go inside.
All right.
Kind of there's like all these there's like three rows of shelves. All the kind of stuff adventurers will want. There's packs, equipment,
Perfect.
rations, some minor weapons and stuff like that.
I would like to try and stealth inside the door.
As you open the door, a little bell rings.
No, I'm not stealthing from the people inside. I'm stealthing from the people outside.
Oh, you're gonna try to creep into it.
No, I'm just gonna try and like disappear into the store,
Sure.
and then
Roll
my.
a stealth check. Are you doing a stealth check as well, Zeph?
No.
Okay.
Are you
I'm
gonna-
buying. I'm planning to sell and buy shit.
Okay.
Let
Roll
me
a
get
stealth check.
to my stealth. Sorry. I was there a second ago.
Oh god, am I gonna have to lie for your ass?
Maybe. 8.
What? Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Ricochet. Ricochet. I can see you.
Ricochet is in the store. Ricochet is just loving being in this store.
As you so like Zeph opens the door and kind of walks in, and you kind of like open the door and you kind of fall over.
I would
away
like-
and trigger the doorstep.
Well, I would like to roll a perception check to see if I know that they know.
Sure.
What the fuck? I don't even know what to roll in this.
9.
Is that a perception or an insight check?
That's a perception.
Don't know.
Eccleshay casts disguise self to change Eccleshay's face into a new person.
Oh
Can
no.
you just do that at
This
will?
is gonna turn into another.
I
battle.
say
Not even
whisperingly.
gonna tell.
So bad.
Is it a crime to change your
Cool.
face?
You transform into another figure inside the store.
Jeez.
What do you look like? What do you look like?
As this kind of bell kind of
No.
tingles, like in the thing, you kind of hear this kind of, why, hello there, and you kind of watch this kind of, and you kind of watch as this kind of Give me a second to get the description
My
of
God.
him up. So you kind of watch this cleanly shaven of any hair and of a darker complexion, near a tall, thin human with intricate studs studded above his eyes in place of eyebrows. He is garbed in long black robes with polished black boots. His head is covered in tattoos with an hourglass taking center stage on the back of his head.
Hello there.
Well, hello there. How can I help you at this fine establishment?
Okay, first things first, and I'll pull my hood back. I'm like, I appreciate the ink and the studs as well. Far out. Did that hurt?
What? Well, I mean, you've got to suffer for your art form, don't you?
Yeah, tattoos, you get used to it, but piercings, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like a bit of metal going right through, isn't it?
It's sting a bit, but you know.
Rad. That hourglass, what's that mean? What's that mean? Does that mean something? Or is it
It is
just
the symbol of Stroth, the goddess of death, Stroth.
Stroth? What do I know? Do I know anything about Stroth? I know that.
Stroth isn't like a Grim Reaper kind of figure to kind of inspires fear. Stroth is like kind of like the natural cycle almost.
Okay.
For your sake, it's like Kalara, where it's like against undead and stuff like that. Very much for like natural cycle of life and death.
Mm-hmm.
So you would know that her, like a lot of her prisoners, they're like in charge of like consecrated grave sites, burials, but a lot of also finding necromancers and stuff like that, and kind of goes down. But yeah,
Cool. Oh, yeah. The death goddess. Yeah. No. She's chill. I mean, what's the one thing everybody has in common, am I right?
well, that is the most people have in common. No.
Touche, my friend. Well,
Eccleshay.
yes, Eccleshay.
No, it just sounds like touche. That was all.
Oh,
I was excited.
well, I'm Zeph. This is...
Now I'm an old man.
His name is Eccleshay.
What a fascinating name.
Thanks. Very cool. What? You're looking at me weird.
Shrugs.
I'm sorry.
Look, well, we just cleared out this freaky ass dungeon, right? There were these cultists, and then there was this big floating eyeball thing. Look, and I show him the tentacle. Yeah.
Do you want a tentacle?
No, I'm not selling this. This is keepsake.
Not particularly either. Not
Yeah,
sellable.
and then, but yeah, no, it was wild. It was crazy. But, and I bring out all the scimitars. Was wondering how much you could give me for all of those.
Kind of picks one up, kind of looks at it. Oh, these are decently made. I will give you 90 gold pieces for the 6 of them.
Eccleshay says they are of a historical worth as well as a material worth, and I believe 5 more gold pieces is in order. Could Eccleshay roll a persuasion of some kind?
Sure.
Can you give yourself flowers?
Yeah, I can actually.
Of course you can.
Yeah, it's a cantrip. You can just do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh.
Where's my roll?
Mm.
Roll my d4,
Did
please.
you see that?
Mm-hmm. Their rolls are the only rolls I can see in the thing.
23. Surely 5 more gold pieces is nothing, but I believe it is worthwhile to us poor travelers.
Looks at you, and it's just like, I am quite the purveyor of history, and I can tell you that these are recently forged, so you're...
Modern history of the time.
Just kind of shakes his head
Modern
at you.
history?
90 gold pieces. He got a 19 on a history check. I wasn't rolling, I was checking the quality.
Hmm?
A good salesman doesn't fall for his own tricks. He's a merchant by trade. He's not going to fall for persuasion.
Eccleshay,
He knows his own wares.
Eccleshay, I respect the hustle, but
Surely
not.
then you can at least appreciate the haggard.
Can we?
Shrugs. 90 gold pieces. Give or take.
Done.
Gives you 90, takes the 6 scimitars.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, 90 gold pieces. Oh yeah. All right, I'll add that. I'll divvy that 90 gold up.
What are you looking at?
He's looking at Melman memes, I think.
Fucking hell again.
Anyway, I'll divvy up the 90 gold between all of us, because I'll be fair like that.
Okay.
In a moment.
Did I just say crew?
Yeah, no, there is...
There's crewmate, there is one fucking stupid piece of shit among us.
Melman.
Fucking shit. It's fuck.
Question, do you send the letter or are you just carrying it on you?
I'm sending a letter.
Okay, so you'll try to get it there before.
Oh, buddy.
Just in case.
Roll me a D100.
Ooh!
Got me some cards.
It's scary.
D100, let's go.
91.
Okay, that could be good, that could be bad. It's on one extreme
Million
end.
explodes when she reads the letter.
Yes.
Fucking explodes and dies.
You sent a mail bomb?
How communist of you?
Akasha has been rubbing off on you.
Get the fuck up.
I want to see that shirt again.
Stop being British.
Why did I put a bomb in the Just muscle memory.
Suddenly becomes Irish.
What kind of gear
This
does he have for sale? Does he have any armors, any daggers, or any other like useful things like that?
A lot of the kind of general equipment. He's got a small little weapons display.
Hmm.
See what kind of stuff they sell. Here, quick little sneak a second to have a quick little peek.
What was his name? Did we catch his name?
Stanley.
No one asked.
I mean, I guess I just introduced us and forgot to ask. Yeah.
You're more than welcome to ask him now.
Oh, my bad. I didn't catch your name.
Ah, yes. I am Amir. Amir Quadid.
Amir Kordit. Have you had this shop for a while?
I was recently assigned to this wonderful town. I quite enjoy it. You know, typically you get assigned to a position within the company. I quite enjoy travel. I enjoy seeing the world. I get regularly assigned. This job allows me to meet all kinds of interesting people and visit all kinds of interesting places.
Really? Yeah, whereabouts? Like, I'm guessing have you been to the Crossroads? I'm guessing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Crossroads, fascinating place. Worthwhile if you have a little bit of coin, a little cheeky tip. Most of the guards in the merchant districts are very bribable.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you.
But remember, do not fuck with the port authority, if you pardon my Elvish there. But you, yes, they are the most professional of the guard units there. So if you are staying in there, it's probably the safest place to stay.
What was the name of that guard regime called? Don't fuck with the
Port authority.
Port Authority. Thank you. Port Authority guards. Thank you. This helps. Nice. Yeah. I'm looking for maybe like a nice fancy dagger or two. You got any like better quality leather than this piece of junk? Like something studded or anything?
Give me a second. Okay. Well, if you are looking for a fancy dagger, I have this wonderful dagger of returning. When you throw it, you call it back to your hand.
That's nice.
May I?
You must attune to it first, please. Allow me to show you. He kind of grabbing the dagger. You watch him as he kind of like throws it across the store to like a wall, and then kind of calls it back to his hand almost, like just standing. And you watch the dagger kind of zips back across into his hand.
Oh, okay, that's kind of fucking rad. I hate to ask, but how much would that set me back? What the fuck is going on?
Well, something. Yes. For you, 300 gold.
Okay. Do you do trade?
I mean, it
Other
depends
than
on
other than coin.
depends
The
on what
ring.
you are offering.
I'll pull out the
Whip out the
scroll of
ring.
fabricate.
The
Well,
ring.
you see, I got this nifty scroll from this dingy, abandoned, ancient temple to the Mind Flayer's god, right?
Ah, Avion.
Avion, that's the one. Like,
Avion
look,
is-
crazy shit, right?
Interesting god.
Yeah, I mean, Death God, way cooler, am I right? Anyway, so
That goes without saying.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the ring.
I'm not giving him the ring. I like this guy. Oh no.
Ecochet wants the wing, to be honest.
That was out of character.
You want the ring? That
You want a
kills
ring
you.
that if you get down, you
to 0 hit
instantly
points, you die automatically.
Like,
yeah.
oh my god.
I mean, you're more
Talk
than
to
welcome.
Zephyr better in a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
I know.
But so yeah, it's a
You
scroll.
could
I think
charm
of.
someone into putting the ring on.
It's a scroll that has a really powerful spell on it.
Kind of like, may I?
You would
Yeah. Go
Kind
ahead.
of like opens it a bit and like reads through it. Ah, the spell fabricate. This would only need another 50 gold pieces.
150. It was a joke.
Ignore. Hey.
It was a good
ignore
joke. It was a fucking joke.
Ignore him. Ignore him.
Thank you.
Is that
Thank you.
an appropriate amount of
Yeah.
gratitude?
You just humor him. Just humor him.
Okay.
It's fine.
Fuck you all.
I will give him.
40 gold is now divided amongst the party.
It's kind of my personal fund.
Okay.
I kept all the money that I sold for the times.
So,
Okay, 40 gold.
Cool.
And I'll remove the scroll of fabricate.
what's that fun little spell gun?
I wasn't
It has a dagger.
No one is smart enough to use that.
What is
Unless-
it? What is it? It's a 4th level spell.
Not true.
Don't rub it
You
in.
could build a bed with it if you really wanted to.
you need it's I read it before. After like 10 minutes of casting time, you need and with like a shitload of raw materials that you have in your person, you can make like a
Oh, scroll
boat
of
or
fabricate,
yeah, you can make like a boat
Yeah.
or a wagon or something
true.
else. You
That's
can't
okay.
make weapons in gear and magic items.
Yeah,
though.
True,
I
that's
forgot
cool.
about that.
So, alright.
And I'll buy the dagger of returning.
So,
with the
you're
trade.
gonna have to create this weapon yourself.
Okay.
Because it's not a magic item, it's an artificer thing. So, it is a dagger with a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls, and returns to the wielder's hand immediately after it's used to make a ranged attack.
So,
That's sick as.
yeah, that's good for me. I need a ranged attack.
Yeah, that's good.
Minus dagger
That is actually
of
really good dagger.
returning.
Kill the dog.
Percy Jackson pen sword.
Ooh, yeah, dog. Wait, where's the plus one? Plus
Anything to make you cry first.
+1 dagger.
I didn't hear.
Does it return automatically when after I've thrown it?
What?
Okay.
Kill the dog to make me cry first.
Returns.
Cry.
Oh, you sick fuck!
What?
Returns
You're gonna kill
to.
Molly to make me cry first instead of you making me cry first.
That's
Fuck
Anything for victory.
Oh my god.
victory.
And
Fucking.
once.
All is fair in war and war.
Only
and
war.
war.
Love is for fools.
Alright.
does not exist.
Sick.
Just war.
I'm the Lord of Creed.
And a load of cringe!
All is fair in love and creed. No war.
This is
Hey.
very fine.
You have a dagger returning.
All is
I will leave you to write that magic item up.
Thank you very much.
You can just write it down if you want. Well, it's not-
I'll put it. Oh, just 1 second. I'll go into my pack and like, you know how I said like the hood is like zipped and like all like that. Not Velcro. No, not Velcro. It's like zipped. Like I'll get my sleeves out.
Okay.
Because
does have
currently my
Velcro
armor is just like
laces.
more of a vest. I put the sleeves on and zip them up all the way as well, and there's like a little dagger slot right on the bicep, and I'll go. That'll cut.
All of your daggers are velcroed onto your like arms and stuff.
Velcro. Nah, it's just lots of.
Zeph's wearing the equivalent of like cargo pants, but they're all just like Velcro.
Yeah, but
joggers.
then there's like a loose flap that covers the zip, because that's lame if the zips are showing.
Okay.
That's true.
There we go.
Lame as
That's
it is.
lame.
Yeah.
Lame.
Fucking hates it.
Do you have any studded leather or something like that? Like, you know, this thing's cool and all, but
Unfortunately, armor is not my specialty.
more the blacksmith kind of
you
guy
could
over
talk
there.
to Taran about it.
Taran, okay.
I don't think he does much armor. He does mostly farming implements, but I'm sure he could throw something together.
Okay.
Dispel a fabricate would have been helpful for the armor.
I don't know. Hey, look at me. Do I look like I can cast a fancy spell?
Fair enough. I cannot cast it either.
Yeah.
I
But
will end up selling it probably to Uthar at some point. I am sure he.
he done. Oh, I mean, he didn't have a lot of money. I mean, I got the impression he didn't have a lot of money, but whatever.
The church has money when it needs money.
Whoa.
I'll keep that in mind.
Meta.
Don't mesh church and state, guys.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind.
Fuck
I
off.
literally have a country that makes this birthday. I have like 3.
Is it America?
Do you have a
Lol.
country that is symbolic to America?
Do I?
Do you have
It's the It's the merchant princes.
Honestly, kind of.
There you go.
It was more. I was kind of going for like almost a Venetian Republic design, but like not
Are the
really.
Power Rangers still in operation?
That is what I wanted to ask this
I don't
entire
know.
time.
Yes.
You haven't been there yet.
I want to know if the
Probably
Power
close to a
Rangers
health
are
code
still-
violation, but hey,
You know the Power Rangers, right?
I know exactly what you're talking
Good,
about.
good, good, good,
I,
good.
I ran that. I ran that session. I'm well
I
aware.
know, but it was a while ago, and I thought maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, Echo Shay, is there anything you wanted to get? Well,
Honestly,
The Power
Echo
Rangers
just wanted
office
to
burned
use the
down.
swords for other things, and then.
hey,
in
I
a
mean-
tragic accident.
I think it's a win. I'm not gonna lie.
That is
Yeah.
right. Any deal with Hanran is always a win.
What? Any guild with what?
The
Oh.
deal with the company.
Okay.
Good business.
Very good business.
Firm handshake. Offers you a handshake as well.
Echo should shake a fucking hand.
Hey, before I go, and I'll just quickly like. Oh no. Oh no, I'll try to usher Echo Shay out the door first. Like, come on, Echo Shay, we're going. After you.
Okay.
And I'll go. I'm trying to be polite.
Yeah? This
I'm-
feels forceful.
I'm trying to be polite.
I stand in the doorway. I don't like leave, but I'm still.
Okay, so now none of us are leaving.
No, I'm like waiting for you.
You go hands.
So
on
you're
either
awkwardly
end of
standing in a small doorway.
I left, but I didn't
You
leave all
notice
the
the
way.
4 guards are still outside,
That's okay.
and they all look at you.
We look
Oh.
at each other.
What
How
the?
long do we hold eye contact?
Hey,
Yeah.
everyone.
Do we hold eye
Hi.
contact?
Does
long
there seem to be a problem
I
here?
don't know. I overheard a conversation about killing officials.
From
yes. Officials of our Mahjong club.
Wait, you what? Wait, you what?
First of all, what is that? And second of all, why are you killing them?
They fucking cheat. They cheat every fucking week.
That
And there's
is an-
nothing we can fucking do about it because they're on their fucking board.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Now.
It was a figure of speech.
Now. Excuse me, guards. Listen, he's had a very stressful time. Obviously,
I fucking hate Mahjong.
Echo Shay, what have I told you before? Hey, buddy, look at me. Killing is wrong. We
I'm-
don't do killing, okay? Killing is a metaphor. You know what metaphors are, right?
I rolled a deception check and got 21. I hope it was okay that
Could I could I assist him with me trying to like calm him down and stuff like that? Like,
I think it's a bit late actually.
Okay,
He's
fair
already
enough.
rolled.
fair enough. That was me attempting to assist.
Mahjong is the fucking statist bullshit. You know who plays fucking Mahjong? Pigs! As in the farm animal.
Pigs going. That's what Ben's
Why did
doing
we decide
right
to
now.
leave Zeph and
I don't know.
To be fair, I completely forgot that Echo Shay was coming with me. I had other plans.
So wait, what exactly were you trying to lie about the killing thing when you were like backpedaling?
My Mahjong game.
Yeah, but you still said killing them, right?
Yeah, I did.
You very specifically said you wanted to kill them.
Yeah, but it's like people can say that
And I'm trying to say it's no.
like an exaggeration.
It's a
like
metaphor,
like the
remember?
figure
Figure
Yeah.
of speech.
I want
Yeah.
to kill my dad. He's such a fucking dweeb.
dad.
Yeah.
Echo
Like,
Shay.
I want to fucking kill the
Echo
Mahjong
Shay.
officials.
Oh my god.
Listen, buddy, language like that is not always very well appropriate in public,
They're
okay?
fucking scum.
I will align with your friend here. please do not speak of murdering people within our town.
I will take him under my personal care. Don't worry about him. If he does anything crazy or says something very inappropriate, don't worry. I'll take full responsibility.
I fucking
He's
hate
safe in my
mahjong.
hands.
It is fucking awful. If anyone ever offers you to play, turn them down.
Ekosha, you are
instantly.
not helping yourself.
I fucking hate
One of them kind of.
mahjong.
Were you the one that was prolonging the walls in this tavern the other night?
Yeah, because they're fucking mahjong. I fucking hate mahjong.
What is mahjong? We don't play it here. I'm very confused.
Feel free to insert, like,
Well, no, but
game
I feel
name.
like you're allowed to play mahjong, but they don't play it here.
yeah, I play mahjong. You have never played mahjong here?
What is mahjong?
Okay,
Mahjong is a tile game. If anyone ever offers you to fucking play it, you say no. You say, no, I don't do that shit.
Okay. The guy kind of looks a bit concerned. It's just like,
hey, look, I don't know where he's from either, so it's something.
It's awful.
I'm going to go with. Please do not make death threats.
Don't play mahjong.
That means he won't. Okay, isn't that right, Ekosha?
I won't play mahjong.
You are tempting fate here, my guy.
Oh my god.
About don't play mahjong instead of yes, officer, I won't make any death threats.
Fucking kill me.
I feel as if we may
This is how I would.
need to take you to see the captain for a bit and just make sure everything's all right.
Oh my god.
Surely that won't be necessary,
I
right?
promise not to play any mahjong.
That wasn't the issue.
That is
You
the
pro- Ekosha, you promise not to say any more silly death threats out loud, don't you? You kick those intrusive thoughts to yourself.
every mahjong game is a symptom of this fucking issue. And the other way around.
The
Mahjong
fact
games,
you refuse to not
no.
make death threats seems
I would
to-
not play mahjong, meaning there will be no more death threats. Because I will not be needing to make death threats because of mahjong. I promise you.
Roll a persuasion check.
I promise you.
Could
to
I
the
have been
fucking face.
assisting him with trying to like? He's not going to, or nah?
What?
You can assist, sure.
Yeah, I'm assisting you. I
Oh,
was.
thank you.
Oh.
Oh, that's better. That is 23 overall.
Okay.
Oh, sick.
He seems like okay.
I'm very stressed about the game. I lost a lot of money. For me at least.
Just no death threats and
I wasn't
everything
really
will
going
be
to
alright.
kill them.
kind of just
He's
be on your way.
He's very funny with his colourful language sometimes. Like I don't know. He hasn't. Ekosha, where the hell are you even from? I actually don't know where the accent's from. It's very unique.
It is from the end of time.
Okay, I think you said that before. Officers, thank you.
I do not fucking. It's just a weird thing. I can say weird things. That is not offensive to anyone.
Officers, thank you very much for your time. We are very sorry for Ekosha's words. It won't happen again.
Good to hear.
Never
Enjoy the
play
rest of your day.
You as
And I
well.
walk off.
I do not know if I can.
What did you say?
I do not know if I can.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not death threats, so it's fine.
And then when they're like far enough out of earshot, I'll just go.
Ekosha handled that situation well.
Do you know? Ekosha, do you know how tiring that was?
Yeah, I did fucking. I thought about mahjong and now I'm legitimately a little bit fucking annoyed about mahjong. I
No,
think the next time I
no.
fucking come across the game,
Ekosha, hey,
Thanks,
you
I
wanna
can't
know?
fucking
There are
problem.
only a few things I really hate in life, alright? And one of them is acting and being stupidly polite and over joyful to people. That was agony. I don't want to do that again, okay?
someone's a buzzkill.
Leaving on that conversation, I don't think we've got anything else left to cover.
Nope.
I don't think I left anyone on hang. You did your research stuff. You've got an improved knowledge. You wrote a letter. You two had an encounter with
I
guards because you once again
I just wanted to ask.
started talking about killing officials.
I just wanted to ask one more question to the shopkeeper.
Okay.
If that was alright. Ah, you coming in? Or
Yeah, I'm on your tail.
no? Okay. Hey, because you've been traveling around and whatnot, I was wondering if you had any information on the wildfires, the wildfire gang.
The one in the crossroads.
Yeah, have they been out here lately at all, or is it just that they've
They
been really condensing?
typically haven't been out here. I will say though that they've been unusually quiet recently.
Yeah, I heard that too. I got a very small score to settle with their leader, you see, and was just wondering if any of them were about. I heard bandit activity had been kind of low, but the wildfires are. Well, pardon my Elvish, but they're shits.
Whoa.
Well, yes. All I know from from my colleagues up in the capital is they have been quieter than usual recently.
That's
Okay.
great news.
Yeah, I have a. Don't go spreading this around, Uncle Shay. It's just it's a little personal grudge I have. You see.
And Sid, sure.
I probably appreciate that.
All right. Well, we'll wrap up there,
Maybe
shall
I'll-
we? Sorry, I went a bit over time, everybody.
Is it?
No.
Yeah, it's past 12 o'clock.
Isn't midnight generally on?
We're meant to be in for 11:30.
Oh.
The
Not
role
at
playing
all.
was too intense and trying to save Uncle Shay from going to prison.
Yeah, you guys did a lot about not walking around town talking about killing officials in like a
That's
small
crazy.
town with plenty of guards.
For once, it wasn't me.
It was just undergoing murders and
The amount of
captures,
times I've
like-
done like deception checks on guards from conversation you guys have been having is kind of strange.
For you?
Anyway, peace
No, I've
out,
got
chat.
Oh, you got yours. Oh, this
If
is
I
mine.
get
Okay.
attacked-